Whew, lots of midge flies. Hi everyone, today we're going to do a little update to our Radial flow settler. Now this has been running for about, 5 years now this way, and it's been running pretty well, except for I have one small minor problem with it, and I'm getting some of the solids as they float up from the bottom. If I don't clean it out enough, they will work their way and sort of get stuck in the weir that's on here. So I'm getting some solids passing through. I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters for helping to make this channel possible. My top supporters are trueaquaponics.com and glassbottleoutlet.com. Make sure you pay them a visit. If you're not familiar with a Radial flow settler, I'll give a quick refresher course, but I also have some older videos that cover this, so I'll leave links to that somewhere. The dirty water comes in. This is coming from the bottom of the fish tank, and the solids with the water come in through this stilling well here, and they settle down to the bottom of the tank. And then at the bottom, the water then slowly works its way back up to the top here, and because it's so slow, any suspended solids that are in here settle out of this and also go down to the bottom. So in the bottom of this cone, there's a valve that I can open and close and flush the solids out. And then to keep the water as still as possible, it passes around the entire perimeter of this system through this weir. It's a sawtooth shape, and that allows you to minimize the currents coming out of this. And then the clean water then comes around and drains out. Now this thing looks like a filthy mess, and I just have a lot of midge flies flying around in here. They like to breed in the still water. It's actually sort of a good sign that they're in here because it's a healthy system and they're laying their eggs, and I just get some bloodworms out of it once in a while. But this is mostly just algae and some of the solids building up. So the problem that I am having is that sometimes if I don't clean this out enough, the solids will work their way up and then get caught along the edge perimeter and sometimes get out through the clean water. Again, it's not a huge deal that the solids are getting flushed out once in a while. It's such an insignificant amount, and they work their way into the media bed, and the red wiggler composting worms will get to it eventually, but I just want to improve on this a hair. So what we're going to do is just shut this down for a little bit, do a quick dismantling of this upper section, and put the new weir in. This is a section of the new design. It's the same weir that I used, but I've added this baffle on the back side. And so what happens is if the water level is always at here, any solids that want to head out this way, they're going to get blocked by this baffle. So really all the water that exits this now has to actually go underneath it, up, and then out through the weir. So any floaters that you get are going to get caught in here, and then just below the water surface is where your cleanest water is, and all that clean water will go out. And then once in a while in here I can just sort of skim out any solids that may float up the top. Sometimes they float up to the top, the gases come out of them, and then they float back down. So it shouldn't get too mucky in there. After all these years, I've had a bunch of requests for people to download these STL files for this, and I am going to make them available. But I am not going to redesign it for other people's size systems. So I'll make these available, and they're only going to really fit on this one size tank. So if you're looking for something to fit in blue barrels or 5-gallon buckets, you're going to have to be responsible for scaling up and down this design if you want to change it. So it won't be completely useful unless you really get the exact same tanks that I did. This is a substantial print job. It's 9 sections and took days and days to print out. So it's a pretty sizable investment in resin that you need, or I should say PLA. I'm using the same gasket that I had on the other one. It's already sort of compressed, so I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but I don't feel like making up a new one. the gasket's needed because these tanks, even though they look round, they aren't perfectly round, so the printout is actually more accurate than the tank itself, so this just sort of helps to fill in some of that void. We'll let this fill up a little bit and I'll level it out right against the water line. No sense breaking out a bubble level for this one. Water will work perfectly fine. Everything's up and running now. You can see the water coming through all the notches in this weir. So that's coming up between the edge of the weir and this side of the baffle. And I have some floaters in here that are slowly making their way to the edge just from the current that's in here. But as this gets closer to this baffle, it's just going to stop right against it and get stuck here. So really the only way for this to make its way out of the system is if it starts to sink, and then it would get sucked underneath the baffle and out of the weir. Or every once in a while I'll just come through with a fishnet and skim everything off the top, which is usually what I tend to do. So that's about it for this video. Real quick, it was just a quick design change and it looks like it's already working pretty well. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And I will leave a link to the older videos about this design in the comments or in the description section below. Thanks for watching.